Every minute, over 500 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube. Over 95 million Instagram reels are played, and more than 1 million hours of Netflix are streamed. This isn't just entertainment, this is evolution. Or is it? You are watching stories that matter, and today we uncover how OTTs and reels are not just changing what we do in our free time, but who we are, what we value, and how cultures rise or disappear.
I can't stop looking at my phone.
Sounds, animations, endless content, notifications.
It really became this constant bombardment of the highlight reel of everyone else's life.
Lifestyles modeled. You see vacation destinations modeled, fashions, manners of speech, ways of engagement.
Rewards of social media activate the dopamine reward systems.
We're living inside 2 billion Truman shows.
Let's start with something simple. Why do short videos feel so addictive? Because they are built to be. They hit the dopamine receptors like a jackpot machine and like a casino. There is no real end. This constant stream of tiny highs creates a loop of instant reward and zero patience. Neuroscientists call this the variable reward cycle. You don't know what the next reel brings, so you keep scrolling. Many users now report they can't finish a 2-minute video without feeling bored. That is not a quirk, that is rewiring. Now think about the last reel trend you saw. Was it an original cultural expression, or just another remixed dance or lip sync in someone else's accent? From K-pop influencing Indian weddings to American Gen Zs using African slangs, to anime fashion on Paris runways, cultures are mixing, morphing, and mutating at warp speed. On the surface, this is global harmony, but dig deeper and you will find indigenous voices drowned by global trends, creators in the global south mimicking the west for reach, local festivals reduced to 10-second aesthetics. We are not just consuming culture, we are filtering it, flattening it, and forgetting its roots. Is the viral version of your culture really your culture? Let's talk about the quiet consequences, the ones behind the screen. Emotional detachment is now the default setting. We have replaced presence with performance, feelings with filters, love with likes. Studies show a rise in social anxiety among young adults, inability to sit in silence or boredom, dopamine desensitization leading to real-world disinterest. We see our lives in comparison to highlight reels, forgetting those reels are edited, scripted, and optimized for attention, not truth. Mental health therapists now identify real burnout and OTT anxiety among teens, where overstimulation leads to emotional fatigue, insomnia, and even depression. And what about our wallets? OTTs and reels don't just change how we think, they change what we buy, when we buy, and why we buy. Ever added something to your cart after seeing it in a series? Or clicked a link after a reel convinced you in 15 seconds? That's emotional manipulation dressed as influence. The result? Spike in fast fashion sales, sky-high returns, mountains of unused items sent to landfills. According to the UN, the fashion industry is responsible for 10% of all global carbon emissions, and social media trends are speeding it up. Behind every aesthetic haul is a trail of emissions, sweatshop labor, and plastic waste. Reels, shorts, episodes, scrolls. You wake up with them, you fall asleep to them. But what do they leave you with? We now live in what sociologists call infinite present, where past and future blur and only the now of scrolling matters. And yet we are lonelier, more anxious, and more distracted than ever. This isn't a throw your phone moment. This is a take control moment. Here is what you can do to reclaim your mind and your culture. Curate your content diet, not just your meals. Follow creators who educate, enrich, and expand. Take dopamine fast, 24 hours without reels or OTTs. Support authentic storytellers from underrepresented cultures. Replace mindless scrolling with mindful stillness, books, or even silence. We are not saying OTTs and reels are evil, but when used unconsciously, they become more than entertainment. They become escapism, addiction, and imitation. At Stories That Matter, we believe the future of culture isn't just viral, it is intentional, aware, and human. If this video made you reflect, pause, or nod, then it is time to like, subscribe to Stories That Matter. Visit www.manishgoswami.com, join our email list for deeper insights, check out our curated book recommendations, and elevate your health with premium nutrition at www.dapier.com. Until next time, remember, don't just consume culture, create it, question it, protect it. This is Stories That Matter, where scrolls stop and stories begin.